The King's Queen by Zira Zin. Chapter 14. Levi's Point of View. I stared at my reflection in the mirror, dazed. The harvest festival's tomorrow. I didn't want to fuck up my role, and I, with Raphael of course, practiced the waltz until it was perfected. Well, perfection in Aaron's standards. I still think that I'm stiff as hell. Aaron being my partner didn't help. How could I concentrate with his aqua green eyes boring into my soul? Not to mention how his thumb gently rubbed on my hand and waist. God, I feel like a teenager blushing at everything. Shaking my head, I dismissed the thoughts. I took a towel and dried off my hair. Perks of being the queen. I had a very clean bathroom of my own with a tub and the finest scented soaps on the rack. It made me wonder, what did I do to become the queen? Hange said I became a pureblood fae. Hange said it's because I'm a pureblood fae, but there were currently thousands of pureblood faes in the Blessed Land. I don't think I have royal blood either. When I went to the castle library to accompany my son with his lessons, I skimmed through the records of royalty in the outside of the kingdom. I didn't spot any Ackermans on the records. It couldn't be that I'm just a normal pureblood fae. The love letters must be the bait my relatives used to hook me up with the king. But how did they manage to do that? It's not like Anne had a personal mailbox that everyone's allowed to send letters to. Plus, Hange mentioned that our marriage was arranged. What could my relatives, this Kenny Ackerman, have to offer to the late king to marry me off to his son? The next line. Endless thoughts and possibilities raced through my mind, causing a mild headache to erupt in my temples. Sighing, I tried to dismiss all of it and prepare for bed. The harvest festival is tomorrow. I couldn't afford to step on Aaron's feet, with the entire kingdom as the audience. After finishing up, I left the bathroom and almost jumped out of my skin when I saw Aaron sitting on the bed, his aqua green eyes glaring in the darkness as he stared at me. Whoa, you gave me a fright, I laughed awkwardly. When Aaron didn't utter a word, I started walking to bed. He followed my movements until I got under the covers. So, are you not tired? He asked. I swore Aaron could be shy, blushing all over, cute as hell, and be the king of hell himself. A little. I want to talk to you about something. What kind of relationship do we have? I thought for a moment. Now that Aaron's fully aware of my situations, things got really awkward between the two of us. We're bonded mates and we have a kid, so all this time you've been forcing yourself to sleep with me because of Hange's lies. He seemed slightly mad. So we're just gonna be fuck buddies then? No, I said immediately. Then what? Well, we can be boyfriends, I suggest. Boyfriends? He lost a brow at me. Yeah, I mean, I barely know you at all with my memory, and you probably don't know much about me too. I trailed off, realizing that Aaron may know a thing or two about me since we've been communicating through letters, unless my relatives have been spitting lies about me, which I think was very possible. I barely know you. That's the purpose of being boyfriends, I continued. We go on dates, and we get to know each other. And having sex is kind of understandable. I just want to get to know you. I really enjoy it when you hold me. I could feel my face turn at the moment. Yeah, it was a real shock to just wake up and find out that I'm queen, and bonded and had a kid. And sleeping with Anne, my alpha is fucking amazing. It's not about skin-to-skin contact. It was like I could feel him in the bond, and my instincts were never this satisfied and content before. I blame it all on being an omega, but it's not that bad. Despite the dimness of the room, I could see the fucking smug smile that turned up on Aaron's lips. I see. I guess that settles that then. Besides, I don't mind holding you. He smirked. now, and he shrugged and got under the covers. You know, I'm kind of glad to wake up bonded to you. I started as I lie in bed. Now I don't have to worry about my fucking heat. Now that you mention it, how did you manage that before? I mean, when you were still living in the underground. Aaron asked curiously as he turned to his side to face me. Well, I sold supplements from the herbalist that visit underground once a week. It was easy as pie. I said smugly, "You're one naughty omega." Guilty. I shrugged. And how the fuck was I able to get hooked with you? Hange said it was because I'm a pure blood fae. But come to think of it, there's a lot of pure blood faes out there. I have no idea. My father arranged everything. We can't ask him because he's dead. And huffed in annoyance. With the letters, during those times, you knew we were getting married, right? Of course, I knew who I was being sold to. Aaron muttered bitterly. I'm sorry for everything, I offer. Aaron's hatred towards me was understandable. I could feel his dismay when the person he was writing turned out to be different. But cut me some slack here. You don't have to be sorry. What's done is done. Aaron turned until his back was facing me. Unless? I'm not sure. I'll have to reread the letters. Why? Something doesn't fit right. Aaron sat up in deep thought. Well, I think my relatives are the one that replied to all of your letters. The handwriting's not mine. I know that, but... Aaron whispered. Yes? Nothing. I'm not sure until I reread the letters. Aaron silently back down on the bed. The Harvest Festival is tomorrow. It'll be a long day, so get some sleep. Alright. I yawned, more than willing to turn my brain off and relax into sleep. But Aaron, whatever you find or discovered, please tell me. We're boyfriends after all. Aaron's point of view. Yes, we are. I couldn't help but smile and turn at my side so I could now eye my sleeping queen. It had been more than 3 years since I started sending letters to Levi, and I hardly recall our conversation. Levi confirmed that the letters weren't his, but having Levi now, I know that's not my previous queen. The contents of the letters, how it was written, I could picture this. This Levi wrote it. I do recall that some of those letters were harsh replies to my sappy poems that I sent him. I recall that most of those letters had swear words in them. I have to reread those letters. End of chapter 14.